Hey, Kobe staff, I'm just going to show you quickly how to use the expense form that I just created for you with Jean. So all you have to do is go to the template I sent you, and I'll go to mine. Looks like this. Should be in your shared with me folder. Okay, and what you do is the first thing you want to do, I'm going to get rid of these other things that are in here, is you're going to go file and make a copy. Because you should be doing one of these every month. So then give it a name and call it expenses, Katie, let's say for May. And I want it to go into a folder called expenses. If you don't already have one, if you just click on folder and hit add folder and type in Katie expenses, oops, and hit the check mark, it'll create a folder for you and drop it right in there. Push OK. Okay, so now you end up with your May expenses. So how the form or the sheet works is you put the information about your expense. So I'll say gas to Red Lake. The cost, I'll say it was $49. If you happen to have a receipt, sometimes what you can do is you can scan your receipt and email it to yourself and then just save it to your Google Drive. But I'll just say, here's a receipt from some books that I bought. So here's my receipt. I'm going to click on share, copy the link, and then go and drop that link into my expense sheet. And that way, I don't know why that's doing that. Okay, and then put the date that it was submitted, and today's 26th of the 5th. So that way, if you ever want to go back and take a look at that receipt, it'll be attached to your form. Right now, I didn't get reimbursed any, so I'm going to put another, let's say, books for summer TV. Cost was $179.95. And then if I had a link to my receipt, I would put it there. Let's go find one just to show you how to do it again. We'll just pretend that this is the receipt. I would recommend you start a folder with your receipts. So here's a receipt for Mystery Science. Pretend that's it. Hit share. Grab the link. Pop it there. Submitted today. Books. Okay, and we'll just put one more thing in there. A meal allowance for Keewaywin. We're going to say, instead of putting a receipt, I might put for travel 23rd, 24th, 25th May. I submitted. It doesn't get submitted. Nora should submit it, but I would keep track of your travel as well and say that the travel expense, you should have got $150 for $50 a day for traveling north. And you'll see that it makes a running total under cost and also still owing. But then when I go in and I get a reimbursement into my bank account from KO, I'm going to put that I got reimbursed $300 on the 27th, let's say. Okay. And then what you'll see is it deducts from the amount still owing. So that way it'll just give you an idea of to track if you're getting your expenses back or not. And then if you're not sure, then you can always go and follow up, seeing that your receipts are here. Usually it'll come out with, if this amount was like $49, then I would go, oh, I didn't get paid for my gas to Red Lake, and I can send Nora an email to remind her. And then when you go to the next month, see if there's, at the end of the month, there's still $78.95 owing. What I'll do is when I make my new sheet for June, so I'll say expenses Katie June. Okay, and I want it to go into my folder Katie expenses. Okay. Because I'm always going to make a copy of the original. Then I'm going to put up here that there's a carryover from last month that's owing. Okay. It was $78.95. And then it will show, it should show, I'll fix it up, that $78.95 is still owing from that month. So, and then as you add more things to it, then it'll just continually have a running total and you can keep track of your expenses a bit easier. So give me a call if you need a hand, but that's basically how it works. Thanks.